Doctors who specialize in diseases of the eye are finding that the same therapy that benefits the eye benefits the rest of the body. The name of this field of medicine is called epigenetics. It is a field that is devoted to living a healthy life, even though you may be genetically at risk of various medical diseases. In this video, we will focus on macular degeneration, the leading cause of blindness in the United States. We are worried about the potential for progressive loss of vision and the risk that the disease will become what we call wet. This is when leakage and bleeding occurs, requiring injections into the eye. The picture on the left is a normal retina. Let's look closer under high power magnification at normal retina. Macular degeneration is a disease of the cells called the retinal pigment epithelium, shown here. These are very hard-working cells. Without them, the rods and cones cannot produce vision. These are pictures taken of a living eye. It is amazing how closely we can see the cells in the retina. We can actually make out the retinal pigment epithelial cells. Here is dry macular degeneration. Notice the spots. These are called drusen. This is the devastating form of the disease we must avoid. It is the wet form of the disease. The wet form happens when the retinal pigment epithelium becomes abnormal. The reason the retinal pigment epithelial cells die and become abnormal is because they are not strong or healthy enough to tolerate the hard work they need to do. To make the cells stronger, we now have the power to look even deeper inside the eye to determine if there are any mutations in the DNA which can cause cell death. These mutations in the DNA will cause abnormalities within the molecular biochemistry of the cell, which can lead to early cell death. One key abnormality is elevation of a substance called homocysteine. Thanks to epigenetics and the Human Genome Project, we can find mutations and treat the cell using selected foods and very precise targeted nutraceuticals. This extremely important epigenetic biochemistry diagram is what we need to test to keep cells strong. This patient has single mutations shown in yellow and double mutations shown in burgundy. These are treatable. Here is homocysteine in the biochemistry. The patient has a double MTHFR mutation as shown here. Over 20,000 articles have been written on the importance of epigenetic biochemistry. The literature shows that epigenetic therapy can lower the risk of dry and wet macular degeneration. This includes literature regarding the MTHFR gene and elevated homocysteine. After your eyes are examined, this will be further discussed. Beyond genetics, there is even more we can do to protect the retinal pigment epithelial cells. We can also reduce inflammation. Inside your body is your immune system. It attacks foreign invaders such as germs. It is important to know that food can be perceived as an invader, which will be attacked by the immune system. If that happens, inflammation occurs, and inflammation can damage the retinal pigment epithelium. It is now possible to identify what foods cause inflammation inside your body with a simple fingerstick test. Armed with this information, we can guide your food selection so that you can enjoy a better life. We strongly recommend that you undergo testing so that we can avoid vision loss from macular degeneration. The literature is clear that this is necessary. Of special note, this type of medical care is not limited to the eye because, as we have stated, all cells in the body benefit. Many symptoms, as shown here, can benefit as well. Think about what symptoms you are dealing with so we can discuss whether those symptoms can be benefited also.